Antoine, what a fantastic season it's been for Cheltenham Town as a football club, promoted to League One as League Two champions. For the academy as well, moving forward for next year, that positivity around the club is surely only going to be a good thing.
Oh yeah, definitely, no doubt about it. You know, I've been at the club for 15 years now. Became a Cheltenham Town fan when I first came through the door, and I never would have thought I would have witnessed us winning a championship medal in terms of winning League Two. You know, a fantastic achievement. You know, I think well done to the gaffer, Mickey Moore, director of football, Russell Milton and Wade in terms of theirs, and all the rest of the first team staff and what they've achieved really. So well done to them. For us, I mean, massive impact for us. I mean, any academy manager would tell you that it's nice to have a first team that play a certain way, are consistent with that way. So you might call it a DNA, a philosophy, whatever you want to call it, but the gaffer has that and his team have that, so it kind of helps us as an academy sort of increase our percentages of producing players like your George Lloyds, your Grant Hortons and your academy banks. So it's a real good feel.
It's been a challenging season, of course, for the whole club and particularly for the academy because of the impact of COVID-19. How would you sum up the 2020-21 season for the academy?
Been a real positive one, in all honesty. I mean, if I just go back, I guess over 5 seasons now, I think our record stands at 11 professionals, 3 transfers, and I think that's massive. I think over that period of time as well, we just recently got our productivity scores, so we've come from 37th to now this season we're in 20th position, which shows an improvement in terms of getting players on the pitch, getting minutes, and ultimately becoming a better academy at producing, academy for professional footballers really. So, real good season in that sense. To add to that, we've had 2 apprenticeship award nominations over the 2 seasons. And for us, obviously this year, Felix Mara won that, and I think that's a massive achievement. That's out of 600 apprentices across the country, and little old Cheltenham Town, little old us has got one player who's won it. So we're over the moon with it.
You've had to work differently this season to achieve the usual successes you've had. What sort of things have the challenges been, I suppose, for the academy to do that?
Definitely a challenging season. I think every club, every company, whatever across the world, are saying that, because of COVID. For me, the biggest challenge was COVID and the lockdowns, and making sure we engaged with our players and our parents and kept them active and I guess loving football still during that time. And to be fair, I'm so proud of our staff. They designed some wonderful activities for the players and the staff and the parents to get involved in, and I think it really helped us all through both lockdowns. And like you said, the interruption of the season is a massive issue. But we've kept together through Zoom, and what a fantastic thing that is. I think that's probably one blessing that's come out of all this season really, is that we can still interact, we can still have meetings, we don't always have to be face to face, and that it can be interactive. So that's a massive positive going to next season. Just have been able to have team meetings on a lot of things without actually meeting up. So that only bode well for the future of the academy in terms of us pushing forwards.
Academy Banks, whilst a second-year scholar, of course, been signed on a 3-year permanent deal with the first team. Obviously great to get another player through, and also a player who looks like he's going to have an opportunity to develop in that time as well. Yeah,
definitely. And I think it's nice to secure another, we say long-term contract. We are chuffed to bits as an academy. For us, now that he's in there, obviously we have to help him in that environment to make sure he does establish a sort of a squad place. I'm not sure what his pathway will be in terms of next season, in terms of if he's going to go on loan or if he's going to be a first team player. I mean, that will determine, I imagine, in pre-season and what players come in, obviously, for the League One campaign. But we're just going to do our best to support him. I guess in terms of the academy itself, with that academy banks, they've all played a lot of football, considering. I think they've had 40 matches, if they've played, just over above. So we've managed to get enough games in there like a normal season, which is quite nice, even though we've had COVID. And with that, there's some players, it's a positive with Callum moving on and doing well in terms of the first team. But at the same time, there's some players that have obviously moved on and left us, who weren't offered contracts. you know, your Felix Davies, Toby Lawrence's, Dan Stevens, you know, and I think, you know, it's important that as well, Liam Atwell, secure positive designations for them, you know, for them to go on to, you know, for example, university, employment, and then I think one lad's going to be a gym instructor. So, yeah, it's all good. They're out there doing things. So.
Grant Horton, Tom Chamberlain and George Lloyd, all players from the academy who have ended the first team season with a League Two winners medal around their neck. Fantastic, isn't it, that players from the academy system, generated locally, have played a part in the first team achieving that promotion to the third tier?
Yeah, amazing. You know, as an academy manager, when I decided on this career path, those are the moments that I dreamt of, and to actually witness products of the academy coming through and playing in the first team first and foremost, but actually being part of a League Two winners squad. Wow, yeah, couldn't have thought of anything better. So yeah, really chuffed, and I think, you know, for them it only shows, and hopefully for the younger ones coming through, that it's realistic, and that, you know, if you apply yourself, got the high level technical ability, that you can get there. And for us, you know, we're quite excited, I think, going forward, because we believe there are more talented boys coming through that will get this opportunity as well. So yeah, no, it's amazing.
So now it's time to prepare the scholars for the 21-22 season. You'll have some of our under-16s, of course, going up into that, as they have done previously. What sort of are you looking at in terms of that situation, in terms of our own recruits and perhaps players coming from outside the club as well?
Yeah, so we've taken five internally, and then we've taken 2 externally. So we're just looking for, I'm going to say, probably one more to join our scholarship program as and when we can. You know, they're now going through exams at the moment, so their programs are a little bit more reduced. But yeah, they'll be sent some information to get them ready for when pre-season starts in late June, early July, alongside the under-17s as well, going into second year. And I think, you know, we joke about it, but, you know, we have got a good cohort coming through, and I think, you know, yeah, it'd be interesting in some of these boys and what they can produce when they do come in, you know, with that pre-season time as well, in those friendlies, and if you see some of them featuring in those games.
And like you say, it is a talented under-16s group right now, and I believe they've still got a chance of, even in this late part of the season, picking up some silverware themselves, possibly.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I mean, we're in the Floodlit Cup, which is all clubs for Category 2, Category 3 clubs in the southwest. And like last season, the under-16s got to the final and missed out on winning the trophy, beaten by Exeter. We then went on to also the under-15s within the national semi-finals, but didn't quite. I think because of COVID it got stopped, so which is frustrating. But yeah, excitingly this year we're in the semi-finals again, which is nice. So I'm not sure who we're playing against. We're waiting for the fixture to be announced. But yeah, hopefully we can go on to the final there. And just to add to that, our under-14s as well in the semi-finals. They got Bristol City, so that'd be an interesting fixture. So yeah, future bodes well.
We may be coming to the end of one season, but of course, football being football, we're moving straight into a next one immediately. The 21-22 season, of course, a big one for the first team, but equally as big for the academy. What are you looking forward to, perhaps, in that season for the academy setup?
Yeah, I think the most thing I'm probably most forward to next season is a consistent football season with no lockdowns. That'd be nice. Just flow of football would be good. But yeah, no. Interestingly, we're going through a review of our strategic plan, which we started 5 years ago. Obviously, I got the job to where we are now, and then hopefully from now to another 5 years to see what that future looks like. So that'll be the start of it next season. You know, one of our biggest challenges, what we want to try and achieve, is to populate the football league with more players. You know, and I think we're on that path, and I think we want to continue that journey. So yeah, you know, all our programs, all our multidisciplinary staff, just working together to keep progressing and moving on to bigger and better things for next season. It'd be lovely if we can go up another category 2, but unfortunately, yeah, that comes down to facilities, finances. But you know, one thing we can assure is that we're the best that we can be as a Cat 3, and at least strive to be what they would class as a Cat 2 sort of organisation, really. With that being said, our staff, you know, have been fantastic this season. You know, it's been a challenging one for a lot of the staff, but like I said before, you know, proud as punch with all the staff that we've got. You know, they've done a fantastic job, just in terms of bringing players in, recruitment-wise, working with the players in the building, the support staff around those players, like your S&Cs, your nutritions, your psychology. You know, they've all played a part in these boys developing. And for me, like everything as a K manager, you're just at the top of it, but without their work and their good work, you know, these players wouldn't be where they are and where they're going to be in the future. And I guess lastly, as well, the parents, you know, well done parents for getting through this year. Honestly, I was amazed after the second lockdown when they came back, how fit the boys were still, and the enthusiasm they had. And I think that's down to parents engaging with the lockdown activities, but also obviously keeping their children in a positive state of mind. And I know it was tough, you know, because we've all been at home. And yeah, fair play and well done to everybody.